Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Dollar rallies broadly on decline in euro and sterling analysis. http ntvforex.com news ID 875EF6824 2022 am. The greenback paired intraday losses made in Asia and European morning caught a bid in European trading due to decline in euro after a slew of downbeat German and EU PMI data. Intraday broad-based sell-off in sterling due to deadlock in latest Brexit talks and upbeat US data helped the greenback to extend its gain in New York session and ended Friday. NBSP on the data front. Reuters reported data firm IHS Markit said its flash US composite PMI index rose to a reading of 54.7 this month, the highest since February 2019 from 50.3 in July. Its flash or preliminary indicator for the manufacturing sector stood at its highest since January 2019, and for the services sector it was the highest since March 2019. NBSP Market S services sector flash PMI increased to 54.8 from a reading of 50 in July. Economists polled by Reuters had forecast a reading of 51 for the services sector, which accounts for roughly two-thirds of the U.S. economy. NBSP versus the Japanese yen. Although dollar met renewed selling at 105.80 in Australia and remained under pressure in Asia and then fell to session lows at 105.45 in European morning on cross-buying in JPY and weakness in US Treasury yields, price erased intraday losses and later rallied to 106.07 in New York on USD's broad-based strength before retreating to 105.79 near the close on profit-taking. NBSP. Although the single currency edged higher to 1.1882 in Asia, price met renewed selling there and intraday fall accelerated in European morning after release of downbeat Eurozone PMIs and later tumbled to a one-week low of 1.1755 in New York morning before rebounding to 1.1798 near the close on short covering. NBSP Reuters reported growth in the Block's dominant service sector stalled. Its PMI plummeted to 50.1 from 54.7, below all forecasts in the Reuters poll that predicted a small dip to 54.5. NBSP still, factory activity which didn't suffer quite as sharp a decline as the service industry during the height of the pandemic expanded for a second month. The manufacturing PMI dipped to 51.7 from 51.8, confounding the Reuters poll forecast for a rise to 52.9. NBSP. The British pound went through a volatile session. Despite rising from 1.3211 in Australia to 1.3255 at European morning, renewed selling emerged and cable later tumbled to session lows of 1.3059 in New York morning as EU-UK Brexit negotiations remained in deadlock in latest round of talks and later moved narrowly in New York afternoon trading. NBSP Reuters reported negotiations between the European Union and Britain on their future relationship did not move significantly forward in the latest round of talks this week, the bloc's chief Brexit negotiator said on Friday. NBSP and it will not be easy to reach a deal between Britain and the European Union on post-Brexit relations, Britain's chief negotiator said on Friday, saying there had been little progress in the latest round of talks and time was short. NBSP data to be released this week. NBSP New Zealand retail sales ex autos, Germany import prices and US Chicago Fed national activity on Monday. NBSP Germany GDP, IFO business climate, IFO current conditions, IFO expectations, Swiss non-farm payrolls, UK CBI distributive trades and US building permits, Redbook, monthly home price, CS home price, consumer confidence, new home sales, Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index on Tuesday. NBSP New Zealand imports, trade balance, exports, Australia construction work done, Japan Coincident Index, leading indicator, France consumer confidence, Swiss investor sentiment and US MBA mortgage application, durable goods, durables x transport, durables x defense on Wednesday. NBSP Australia capital expenditure, building capex, Japan total industry activity, Swiss GDP, France business climate, Italy industrial orders, industrial sales, US GDP, GDP deflator, core PCE prices, initial jobless claims, continued jobless claims, pending home sales, KC Fed manufacturing and Canada current account, average weekly earnings on Thursday. NBSP Japan Tokyo Core CPI, Tokyo CPI, Germany GfK Consumer Sentiment, UK Nationwide House Price, France Consumer Spending, GDP, CPI EU Norm, CPI, Producer Prices, Swiss KOF Indicator, Italy Manufacturing Business Confidence, Producer Prices, EU Business Climate, Economic Sentiment, Industrial Sentiment, Services Sentiment, Consumer Confidence, US Personal Spending, Personal Income, Core PCE Price, Goods Trade Balance, Wholesale Inventories, Chicago PMI, University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment and Canada GDP, Budget Balance on Friday. NBSP. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://mt5.expert.advisors.